Hello, hello, hello. This is Mustardketchupmayo 1000, and we're back with the usual UFC Fight Night predictions, or UFC predictions picks. Doesn't necessarily have to be a fight night because there's numbered events as well. Anyways, so this week it's UFC Perth, I believe. Perth. Usual situation. Actual good card for the first time in a while. But let's start off with my picks from last week because I did actually pretty good. I got posted on the prediction channel, the UFC prediction tracker. I won, or I was on the top 10 this week, so shows that I'm doing something right. So got everything sort of right. The only ones I missed were Rafael Filio. I wasn't able to watch it, so I don't know what happened there. But I'm surprised Cody Durden won. Cedric Dumas, I don't know why I picked him. Rodolfo Vieira, I don't know what happened there either. Wasn't able to watch it. Luna Marcinecci. To be fair, it was expected, but I had a little bit of hope on him. And then Yusuf Zalal didn't do as good as I expected. But this week, it's UFC Fight Night. Jack Della Maddalena versus Carlos Prates at Perth. That was Fight Night. So we're going to start off with the first fight, which is the curtain jerker. Cody Steele versus Dom Marfan. I'm picking Cody Steele by decision. I originally was going to go with Dom Marfan by decision because they're both wrestle heavy. Well, Cody Steele is a BJJ guy. I know the KOs make it seem like he's not, but he was training at a BJJ gym primarily before he got into the UFC, if I remember correctly, out in Austin. And Dom Marfan is just wrestle heavy, just super wrestle heavy. And he has some BJJ as well, as we would all assume. But yeah, I'm taking Cody Steele just because he has a little bit more. How do I describe it? He's just more experienced, I guess. I can't put it. I don't know how to explain it. I just think he has a better chance of winning. He went toe to toe with not Cody Steele, with Rong Zhu, and Rong Zhu is not some bum. While Dom Marfan doesn't really have anybody yet in his resume that would stand out and for me to be like, oh yeah, this guy is good. When he was going up against Sang-Uk Kim, I was gonna obviously pick him. I remember picking him, but that's the only fight, and Sang-Uk Kim wasn't that good. He was just able to wrestle him through a decision. Cody Steele is not that type of person. He can scramble out. I don't think Cody Steele's gonna KO him. Definitely not. I think Dom Marfan has a little bit of a chin on him. But I think Cody Steele is able to do a lot of reversals, especially as I'm expecting a lot of wrestling on this one. So, yeah, Cody Steele by decision. That's going to be my pick. Next fight, Jonathan McCallum versus Themba Gorimbo. This one's going to be really straightforward. I think it's going to be McCallum's submission round one. Themba Gorimbo is, at one point I thought he was good, or at least promising. He's just old now. And he kind of just holds people up against the fence and hopes for the best. And then we've seen Themba Gorimbo get submitted relatively easily and wrestled by Jeremiah Wells. And Jonathan McCallum is an up and comer. He looks really good. So I'm expecting a McCallum submission round one, maybe round two. I'm going with round one, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I have. Nothing much else to say about that one. Next fight, Wes Schultz versus Ben Johnston. I'm taking Ben Johnston. This dude Wes Schultz should have never been signed to the UFC. The only reason he got signed was because he went up against Mario Mingaj, who is should have never been in the Dana White Contender Series either, in my opinion. Because this dude Schultz is just not good. Ben Johnston, on the other hand, looks promising. He's coming from Eternal. I trust someone who's coming from Eternal rather than someone who's coming from MFL, LFA. Yeah, actually, I trust someone more from Eternal rather than LFA. But yeah, I think Johnston is just better, so I'm gonna take him. I don't think Wes Schultz is that good in my opinion. Next fight, Kobe Thickenese versus Vince Morales. I'm taking Vince Morales by decision. The lose streak for Vince Morales doesn't look good, but at one point he was on a decent win streak, and it's not like Thickenese is like any better, in my opinion. I think Vince Morales can give a run for his money to Alexander Taporia and Josias Musasa. Like if Vince Morales were to go up against Musasa, I think he would submit him easily. Kobe Thickenese, can't say the same for him. So yeah, I'm taking Vince Morales by decision. I think it's gonna be a lot of wrestling on this one. I think Thickenese is just not, again, UFC caliber. So I'm taking Vince Morales. Yeah, he's a little old. I still believe in him to win though. Not that it's gonna be any different from any other fight, but it's definitely gonna be something. It's not gonna be like every other. How do I explain it? It's not gonna be like It's not gonna be another Alexander Taporia, or rather another Musasa. I think Vince Morales is decent enough to hold his own, so I'm taking Vince Morales by decision. Next fight, Jacob Malkoun versus GM3 Gerald Mershart 3. I think it's Malkoun KO round 2, maybe even round 1. I wouldn't put it past a round 1 KO. But yeah, I'm taking Malkoun KO round 1 or round 2. GM3 is not there anymore, man. He has his own gym. He just wants to, do that. Malkoun is actually good. I kind of like underestimated him a lot and underrated him. But no, he's actually really good. After that Torres Finney fight, I was like, yeah, this guy's decent. He's actually pretty good. Losing to Brendan Allen is not a bad loss, and the Coach Bronish loss doesn't count. So I'm taking Malkoun by KO round 2. Nothing much else to say there. Next fight, Junior Tafa versus Kevin Christian. Taking Christian by submission round 2. Okay, when I look at this fight, like this dude's 6'7", this dude's 6'3". We've seen, like, how do I explain it? This guy is similar to, what fight was it? This kind of reminds you of, I know it's Justin Tafa, which is another guy, but this reminds you of Justin Tafa versus Teixeira. Like similar fight to some degree. Excuse me, to some degree. So I think Kevin Christian is gonna come in. Oh, rather, that reminds me of that fight, just submission wise. I think Kevin Christian is gonna come in. I really hope he doesn't try to play around and try to get a KO or something. But maybe try to like hurt him a little bit, pepper him, and then go for a takedown, submit him. I think it goes into round 2. But yeah, Junior Top is just not there. If they gave him somebody like a little bit more, if they gave him somebody else that could, like, he could definitely be like a well, no, it's heavyweight, not light heavyweight. I don't even know who they can give him at light heavyweight, in my opinion. But yeah, Kevin Christian submission. Anybody who has any submission skill, I'm taking him over Junior Tafa. So literally nothing else to say about that one. Next fight, Cam Roston versus Robert Bechik. I'm taking Cam Roston round 3 KO. Bechik, he has a chin. He's not some bum. They're trying to build up Roston, and because of that, I really do think he's going to do good. He is really promising, especially at middleweight. I think he can go up to like at least outside the rankings, maybe like top 15 at least. With the way he's going, and he's actually really good, really technical. On the other hand, Bechik is a threat, but he's not the biggest threat. That Roston can fight. This is gonna be a really good fight. I think it's definitely gonna go at least to round 3. I think one of them is gonna KO one of them. And in my opinion, I think it's gonna be Ralston that KOs Brechik. Or it could go to decision. I can see it being like a war on both ends. But yeah, I'm taking Ralston by the KO round 3. Next fight, Tai Tuivasa versus Louis Sutherland. You see, I want to take Louis Sutherland by KO or decision, either one. But he's just not good. He kind of just got signed. I don't know the reason why he got signed. He just did. So this looks like the perfect fight for Tai Tuivasa to just win and get back in the win column and like get on the good conscience of everybody. Yeah, I'm taking KO round 2. I think round 1 they're gonna try to hold up pretty well. I think it's gonna be a round 2 KO in my opinion. Yeah. Tai Tuivasa looks really bad, but Louis Sutherland doesn't look that much better. So it's literally 50-50 in my opinion. This could go either way. I don't know why it's only slight favorite. I think it should be pick'ems. But yeah. Next fight. Shamil Gaziev versus Brando Perechik. I swear I thought Brando Perechik was taking Louis Sutherland's spot against Tuivasa, but I guess some switch up happened. Regardless, I'm taking Shamil by decision. Shamil is who we know him as, the Blob. And I think he can do pretty well, in my opinion. Well enough to at least not get knocked out by Perechik. Perechik is pretty fast. He's really fast, actually. But I think Gaziev is able to do something about that and like control him by wrestling. Because any CKB guy cannot do anything about the wrestling. They struggle with wrestling. That's my opinion, at least. I can see that happening. So I'm taking Shamil decision to win. I don't think it's going to be a KO on either end. I would be surprised if it was a KO from Gaziev's end, but I can see more of the KO argument on Perechik's end. But I think it's going to be Gaziev's decision. I just trust him in the wrestling aspect of it, and just stalling. Yeah, obviously, if you're going to stall, you're going to want to pick Gaziev. So, yeah, Shamil Gaziev decision. A little bit more experience, and his only losses are against like pretty good guys. It's not like he's losing to like nobodies. So yeah, and Perechik's best win is literally Louis Sutherland, which isn't saying much. But yeah, next fight, Marwan Rahiki versus Ali Schmid. I'm taking Rahiki KO round 1 ish. It's definitely gonna be a KO. I don't know what it's gonna be KO by, or what round it'll be by, but I think it's definitely gonna be a KO. KO round 1 or 2 for sure. But yeah, Ali Schmid looks good. He looks promising. He's from CKB, but actually, there's a good chance that Schmid could actually do something. He doesn't look that bad. I just don't trust him against someone like Rahiki. Rahiki, who does get knocked down a lot. I wouldn't put it past getting KO'd, but he looks good enough, and he looks really good against Harry Hardwick, who, as people think, just because he lost those 2 fights against Rahiki and Cal Fernandez, like Rahiki's not some, not Rahiki, Hardwick is not some bum. He's still good. Rahiki looks really promising. He just needs to work on his striking defense. Schmid looks similarly promising. Do I trust him to win against Rahiki, who is actually an up-and-comer? No. If they had fed him somebody like in the featherweight division, like who's like a low-ranking guy, I don't even know. Like a I don't know. I can't even think of anybody. Just if they had like started him off from the bottom, yeah. But yeah, I think he's gonna get KO'd in my opinion. Yeah, someone's getting KO'd. I think for sure. Rahiki, I think wins it though. Next fight, Tim Elliott versus Steve Erceg. I'm taking Steve Erceg by decision. Tim Elliott has a good. Okay, so I think people are sleeping on Tim Elliott on this one, in my opinion. I think Tim Elliott has a really good argument to win this one. He looked really, really good against Kai Asakura. And I know Kai Asakura doesn't have good wrestling defense, but Steve Erceg has been looking really, really washed. And I do not trust that. But yeah, I'm taking him by decision. Not much else to say. It's going to be a lot of wrestling in this one. I think Steve Erceg, being the younger guy, will be able to pull it off. Tim Elliott, while being the older guy, he is a veteran. He can be, and he is a crafty vet. So, yeah, it could happen. I think Erceg wins, though, in my opinion. But don't count out Tim Elliott. I think the odds are really, really skewed on that one, in my opinion. Next fight. Beneil Dariush versus Quinlan Salkeld. Salkeld KO round 1. This is the co-main event. Salkeld obviously is going to win this one. There's no argument for Beneil. Maybe Beneil wins the decision. That's probably like a possibility. I don't believe that's going to happen. I think it'd be similar to the Benoit fight where he just gets KO'd really early on. And if that's the case, GG's. But I think Salkeld is a little bit more slower, but who knows? If he saw the BSD fight, he'll probably just pick up on that and yeah, probably believe it's the same thing. But yeah, Quinlan Salkeld's KO'd round 1. Next fight, JDM versus Carlos Prates. CP. I'm taking Carlos Prates KO round 5. I think it's gonna be a KO on Prates' end. Obviously, it could be KO or decision. I think KO is going to be his best bet, in my opinion. And it's not like JDM has never been KO'd. I'm pretty sure he's been KO'd at least once. Yeah, he's been KO'd once, late into the round. This was in his like beginning time when he was at Eternal. He got KO'd by punches, TKO technically by punches on round 3. That was literally the first fight of his career. So it's possible that he comes back from it. Or not possible that he comes back from it. He did. Literally. He fought for the belt. But there's a possibility that, like, he could, like, I guess, reawaken that, like, how do I describe it? Like, reawaken him being chinny again? I don't know how to say it. I think CP just has a better opportunity to win. Just based off of how he's been doing performance-wise. Yes, the Ian Gary fight was a little weird, but he still held on. And I think if JDM uses wrestling, which he has used once or twice every now and then, but he's not like a heavy wrestler, he could win. I think CP just pulls it off, in my opinion. By KO round 4 or round 5 or decision. Round 4, round 5 or decision. That's definitely like the best bet, in my opinion, if you were to bet on this one. Aside from that, I'm definitely not going to be awake for any of these fights. These fights are like at 4, I don't even know what time, like 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning for me. I'm not waking up. I have other stuff to worry about, like sleep. So, I kind of wish I was able to be up for this one, but who knows? Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know yet. But yeah, those are all my picks for this card. I think my most actually I'll go through each one. Low, I'm just gonna do low, medium, high rather than like 5 different categories. I think Cody Steele, I'm a medium confidence. Jonathan McAuliffe, high confidence. Ben Johnson, low confidence. Vince Morales, like low confidence. Jacob Malkoon, high confidence. Kevin Christian, medium confidence. Cam Ralston, medium confidence. Taito Ivasa, low, very low confidence. Shamil Gaziev, low confidence. Rahiki, low-ish confidence. I would say low. Steve Erceg, low confidence as well. Quinlan Salkeld, high confidence. And CP, like medium confidence. But it's going to be really close. I'm only going with medium just because... Excuse me. I'm only going with medium just because, like, the momentum that CP has... Or I need to stop calling him CP. The momentum that Carlos Prates has. JDM coming off of that Islam fight. You know, coming off of your first loss after years of winning is kind of like hard to come back. Not hard to come back from, but it is very hard to like not beat yourself up and like giving yourself Carlos Prates as like your bounce back fight. It's gonna be pretty hard to bounce back from. But regardless, I don't think JDM should beat himself up if he loses. This is like really good matchmaking, and it could go literally either way. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. This is Mustardketchupmayo 1000. Hopefully, we keep the win streak going this week. But yeah, that's everything I had for today. If you guys want me to make like a betting video, just let me know. I'm open to doing that. But thank you for watching, and goodbye.